y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Tuesday. I am back. I am back. I am back. Because apparently, after the first live, some people still only see things one way. People were even, a person or was even under my last live stream with some things to say, and they're just not getting it, you know. And first of all, this person doesn't even come to my stream or my page, and all of a sudden, I do a um live stream about that subject that I did yesterday, and all of a sudden under my sorry, I'm looking for my lip gloss, of course. Anyway, but that person usually doesn't even come to my channel, and all of a sudden I talk about certain people and sisterhoods and this and certain things, and all of a sudden, like, the person that they are always bothering people under their in the comments and stuff like that, now she wants to start doing it to me. So I came back to talk more about, fake sisterhoods, people needing to get their shit together, you know. Hey, sis Break Room. Hey, sis Lily. Yes, it's safe to come in for now. It's safe to come in for now, girl. It's safe to come in for now. But yeah, because apparently after yesterday's live, people still don't get it. So I'm just gonna talk more since they have a problem with it. I'm gonna be one of those that come back and still talk about it. I'm not gonna stay shut. Hey Tinkers, hey beautiful queen. Hey sisters, look, all my sisters are in the chat. I love it. I love it. Please double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen. So that's exactly what we're going to talk about tonight. Some people, see their favorite creator and they only see the good. They only see the funny moments, the entertaining moments. They only want to see the part they want to see. But Jackson, what are you doing? But when someone points out, something questionable, all of a sudden, they want to be in your chat like you're supposed to be scared and be quiet and, stop talking. But no, because I told her she could easily just not come to my chat, you know? I try to keep it respectable because at one point, you know, some of them were sisters, consider sisters, but the block button is about to be hit if they keep on. So when someone says, "Wait a minute," that didn't sit right with me. Is there an echo? You're saying, Break Room? Hey, Raw. Hey, Raw. Hey, Raw. Is there an echo, guys? Hey, Julian. Welcome in. Welcome in. Double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen. Let me know if there's an echo. Is there an echo? I see echo with a question mark. Oh. Oh. Oh, the one of the supporters that be in everybody's comments as soon as they see as soon as she sees something they don't like. Yolanda. Yolanda. I'll say her name. I didn't really want to say her name, but Yolanda, coming under my chats talking shit because Jamaica was in my chat yesterday and she basically came to my comments this morning to apologize and so um she said that I saw things that I took things the wrong way, but she just explained herself, which because Jamaica was one of the people that I considered a sister. I took her apology, and you know what? I told her it's okay. Your opinion is okay. It's okay to feel the way you want to feel. Like everybody's been saying, we're all adults here, you know? Oh, look! Talking about her, you see? She was waiting for me to come back. She was waiting for me to come back. But you know what? Don't do anything with her. I'm gonna keep talking because for some reason she thinks that she matters. So what we're gonna do, we're actually just gonna ignore her. You know? We're just gonna ignore her and act like she's not even here. But anyway, so like I said, suddenly it's a problem. Suddenly, people want to come for to rescue people. You know? You don't give a fuck, but you're here, right? Okay, girl. Okay, woman. Okay. Double tap the screen, guys. Double tap the screen. Suddenly people want to be in chats and ready for the people to hit the like button, but yet they don't give a fuck. Lame. But anyway, now I'm really gonna ignore. She could do whatever she wants to do. She could troll. She could do whatever because she probably looks like a troll anyway. But so let me make something clear. If you only see things one way, if you refuse to acknowledge the nuance. Hey Vaughn, what's going on? Everybody double tap that screen, please. If if accountability makes you uncomfortable, then this might not be the channel for you. This might not be the topic for you. You know? Go to the people you actually support that you see no wrong in them. Go. You used to be welcome here, but you're not welcome here anymore. You are not one of those people that can see things in all aspects. You are just follow the leader, the follow the leader type. And those kind of people are not welcome here. If you're follow the leader type, you could go on your way because nobody wants you here. Okay? Just like nobody asked you to go into the comments, nobody asked you. If any of the other sister want to come over here and give me their opinion and tell me how they feel in a respectable way, that's fine. I welcome them. You know? But if somebody like you that only wants to come with the negative stuff, you're not welcome here. And it's simple like that. Hey, Miguel. Anyway, like I said, oh, lame people. But anyway, we don't do worship over here. We don't idol worship over here. We're our own people. We have our own minds. We're not afraid to tell the people we support when we think they're wrong. And we love to tell them when they're right. And those people actually welcome us to tell them how we feel honestly. And they don't freaking make us feel like we're lower than them just because we don't think like them. So since that's, a lot of people that do feel that way, you could keep it pushing. Like I said, I'm a little channel. I know I'm a little channel. I know, so there's no point of you even being here. But no, you're here because I brought up certain people yesterday, which is stupid. Like, how do you even know that I went live anyway? I'm not a part of over there anymore. I don't go over there. I don't be in the chats. I don't do nothing. How I know about certain things? Because others talk about it. That's the only way. Yeah, so we don't do blind loyalty, and we don't do the group think thing, you know? Just because certain people thinks a certain way, that's how we're going to be, you know? No, that's not how we think over here, you know? And sisterhood is not only your um cult sisterhood. Sisterhood is all over the place. What you think? You guys are special? That you're the only ones that have a sisterhood? It's when you go into a dictionary and see sisterhood, does it say Amora supporters? No, it doesn't. Okay? So don't get it twisted. People are so people are so um but yeah, so we don't do that group think type of shit over here. And if it makes people uncomfortable, that's okay, you know? Be uncomfortable, but don't be over here. You know, I have my own community over here, which is none of you anymore. And I'm okay with that, like I said yesterday. There ain't nobody crying because nobody gives a damn. I chose my topic because of everything that's going on in these social media damn streets. And if you don't like it, you know how to hit that block button. You know how to hit that do not recommend button, just like I do. So I welcome you to do it. Yes, Jerry, God is good all the time. You know, but it's let's start with something psychological. Why do people only see the good in someone even when the bad is right in front of them? Why? Why? All right. When you invest time um in someone and someone's content, you start to feel like you connected with them, right? Or connected to them. You know, you start watching their lives, you watch their reactions, you laugh with them. Um, you know, I've been there. I did that for a long time. You know, there was, you know, being rude to certain people, even if they were part of your own community, you know? And although you saw the wrong in it, or I saw the wrong in it, we saw the wrong in it, we still stood there supporting the person, you know? I don't know why. A lot of us stood for way too long. You know, we knew certain behaviors what wasn't right, but yet we still stood there, you know, and continued to support. But thank God something came knocking, you know, in our head, you know, to make us realize that that wasn't the person for us anymore. That wasn't the community for us anymore. It was meant for us to walk away, you know? That negative, putting people down, um, you know, if you're not thinking the way they are, then, you know, your feelings are not valid. A lot of us realized that that's how that person was always gonna be.
What's your phone number?
You know?
What's your phone number? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Miguel, there's not a lot of trolls. I think the
Mommy, you answer your name.
I think the trolls left.
Candace?
So there's not a Jackson.
And you got your phone number? Your phone number?
Go.
Your phone number. Your phone number.
Guys. Mommy duties. Yeah, so you know, so now admitting that these people might have flaws feels like admitting you were wrong, you know, and nobody likes feeling wrong. But come on now, we are all adults. We got to wake up sometime and realize that nobody's perfect. And these people, the minute you mention a flaw or bring up a flaw of the person that they think it's, like higher than, I don't know what, God, or that's like, they treat them like it's their God. Like all of a sudden, they don't know how to act. Like they are going to go down with that person no matter what. Like, I have never seen anybody say, you know what, that person was wrong, you know, because being scared of being thrown out of the cults. I usually don't say that, but it's starting to look more and more like a cult. It's true what people say. It is starting to look more like a cult. Hi, Isabel. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you for joining, everybody. Thank you for joining. Yeah, so it's just ridiculous that people think that nothing's wrong, and as soon as you start talking and saying how you feel, it's wrong. I did a video right after everything happened 4 months ago. I did a live stream yesterday, and all of a sudden they act like I'm on this shit, talking all the time, crying all the time about it. Like, no. Like I said, I started talking because of everything that's been going on in these YouTube streets between people that used to call each other supporters, whether it was the sisterhood that I was a part of or the other people. The whole point is people be having their mind all fucked up for people that they support, you know? I'm happy to say that the people I support, like I said, I could tell them if they did something wrong, and even if it's subliminally, because sometimes you don't want to get into it, like, hey sis, you know we want you to leave that, we want you to just be in peace already. In other words, stop your shit. You know what? That's a nice way of just saying stop your shit. you know but shit. Some people don't get it, but I think I'd rather be a part of not a sisterhood, but just a part of a community that you're able to think freely. You're able to think how you want to think, and you don't have to be scared to share how you feel, to share your opinion and get kicked out of the freaking community or whatever it is, because you're not thinking the same way as, that person. And that people need to realize everybody is equal. No one is better than the other, you know? You should want to be able to grow together. Not that everybody's on the same level. One person is better than everybody. Like, no, that's not how it is. And in all reality, I'm sure that there's plenty of people that are actually in a better place than the person that they are worshiping. That's the even crazy part. Sorry guys, I'm really not reading this chat, but y'all know why. Y'all know why. Y'all could talk amongst each other. Hey JC. Hey MMG. Hey MMG. Sorry. Sorry for everybody that's not used to me talking like this and things like that, but sometimes you just get fed up and you have to talk. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Anjanita, how are you? Happy Tuesday, everyone. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for hitting that like button. I appreciate you. But sometimes you just get fed up, things build up and you just have to talk. And then people, coming in your comments don't help you either. But, you know, people start feeling at times, and especially in the community that we're in, like they actually know the creator, like they're friends, like they're part of this big happy circle. But do they realize the circle is really built off putting others down, whether it's people that have different opinions or even their own sisters, you know, calling the other person whatever, name calling, bringing their family into it, calling them things that are disgusting, and you wouldn't even want to do that to even your worst enemy. Because at the end of the day, people do have feelings, and you don't know what people have going on at home. And you don't know when that person is going to just have enough of the bullying and, God forbid, do something to themselves. And then they're going to be like, oh, I wonder what happened to this person. And then how would they feel to find out that that person did something to themselves that they can't take back, and they're no longer, here or able to go back and forth any longer. That's a part of this that, I realize that some people are just going too far, you know? And not only that, the back and forth is fine and stuff like that, but come on now. 40-year-olds, 50-year-olds, 60-year-olds, shit, maybe even 70-year-olds going back and forth on the internet. How childish is that? And then what is that gonna do? It's only gonna escalate. And what's gonna escalate to? Somebody either getting hurt or going to court and wasting money to travel, to go to court, to have to deal with stupid shit in court. Like, who has time for that? Most people have a full-time job, children, grandchildren, a husband, a significant other. Do you really have time to be going back and forth and then end up in court or something like that? Because nowadays, that's where everything goes, to court, you know? Do you really have time and money and energy to waste on going to court over stupid bullshit, over people you don't even know in real life? Come on now. Come on now. Hey, B3. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Free Thinking. How are you? Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thank you for coming in. Yes, right. We have to be mindful that not everyone can handle being bullied. Yes, that's right. Not everybody can handle being bullied. You know what I'm saying?
Happy Bunny.
Thank you, Anjanita. I appreciate you. Yes, I need my watch hours. I need watch hours. Yeah, but anyway. So yeah. So this is just crazy. It's getting very childish.
Let's draw some number blocks.
It's from the number blocks. So
Mommy,
sometimes people just want to ignore the bad behavior because the person entertains them, and I understand that, because entertaining is fun, you know, and entertainment makes you come back because you want to see what's gonna happen. Some people crave that. People crave the messiness. People crave that, like what's gonna happen next. It's literally like a soap opera in these damn YouTube streets. It's crazy, from freaking bad divorces to people freaking being doxxed, to people dating, to people breaking up, it's just so crazy, to people being together like sisters, or and then ending friendships and arguing, and it's just a big ass high school amongst these YouTube streets. And yes, it has become draining, and it can be draining when you keep on and keep on. And that's why I'm glad that that I chose to separate myself from certain people, because honestly, like, nobody's perfect. Some of the people that I still support, you know, we we be trying to tell them just leave it alone. These people don't deserve your energy. But when people feel a certain way, it doesn't matter what you tell them. They're gonna keep going. Um, and as real supporter, you're still gonna support them. You could tell them how you feel, like, I wish you wouldn't go back and forth with that person. That person is not worth it. The hell, she was, or he was, not important from the beginning. Why give them clout now? That's all they want. They want all that engagement. They want it. Why? Because they want that money. They want those dollar bills. You know? That's all they want. Hey, Ariana. Hey, the homie. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in.
Look, I draw.
Thank you, JC. JC said we'll start on your watch hours in the next few days. I may be just watch and not doing a whole lot of
Hello, guys.
chatting, but I support. We appreciate you, JC. We appreciate you. Hey, Des. What's going on? Thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you, everybody, for hitting that like button. I appreciate you so much. And thank you, Anjanita. Thank you, Anjanita, for that blessing. I really, really appreciate you. Hey, Yvette. Thank you, for everybody that's coming in. Sometimes, like I said, people, it's entertaining, and I get it, because the entertainment kept me a part of it for a long ass time. And I can't front. Now we go to sleep early, right, sisters? We be going to sleep early. Nothing keeps us up. Nothing wakes us up early if it's not work, you know? Like, we are good over here. We're good over here, and I'm good where I'm at. You see, everybody in here is you know mostly people that don't even know what's going on. That's funny. The people that are here right now are mostly people that are only going on, that don't even know what's going on, but they're here just because they support me. And I love that. I appreciate that. You know why? Because they know the real me. They know that I'm usually, stop, turn that off. He messing up my lighting. But and there are some, of course, all right, so half and half. Half don't know what's going on, and half do. And I appreciate everybody coming in as a community, and my supporters. I love you guys so much. But it just has to stop. When is it gonna stop? We always used to ask, when is it gonna stop? When is it gonna stop? I think the answer is never gonna stop. It's just gonna be new players in the game. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, guys. I need water. I need water. It's just new players in the game. Hey, sweet queen, how are you? Thank you, Des. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, free thinking said, not me. I'm drained from it all. You've been the same way since I seen you on YouTube. You're a sweetheart. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the people that know. And people want to, just because I feel a certain way about certain people, want to treat me or see me differently when they used to be in my chat just fine. Now, all of a sudden, I talk about how I feel and certain things that I've been seeing, and all of a sudden, something's wrong. All of a sudden, I'm a troll or whatever. Whatever. I got better things to do, like grow my channel, like raise my little boy, like make sure that my 18-year-old finishes college, make sure that I go to work so I could get money to pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? I got better things to do, and it does become draining. And like I said, that's why I'm glad that I aligned with the people that I aligned with. All right, because most are, positive and are tired of the BS. You know, yeah, we do have to remove ourselves at some point. We really do. Yes, it's draining. The negativity is too much. It really is. And some people, just need to realize if you stop going back and forth with certain people, they'll stop going back and forth with you. And then we could just continue with our content, doing what we really need to do to grow. So I hope certain people, realize that. And, and what I was talking about yesterday, the people that chose to, start supporting others that hurt them really bad and hit them below the belt. Like I said, if they choose that, oh well. I just said my opinion, and I don't care. It's my channel. I could say what I want. I do feel like that's crazy because I don't know how you could do that. But that's on you. You have that much of a forgiving spirit and able to, pour into them after they did you dirty. That's on you.
Mommy,
You
do you
know?
get it?
I said, wait.
How do you going to reach it? Then it's going to be okay. I give you out in
Thank you, Miguel. Thank you. So,
we give you out.
this becomes a little bit dangerous sometimes, though, because once
Let me
people.
please
Jackson, I said, stop. You
stop.
see, this kid doesn't let me. He was taking a bath, and that's why I came on live, and then look at him. Because once people stop being both sides, they stop thinking critically. They start judging you more. They start seeing you a different way. Thank you guys, because oh, I don't know if that was somebody here.
Say bye bye to my. Say
Oh,
bye bye to
well,
everyone.
nobody that matters.
Say goodbye.
I'm literally gonna be ignoring that person from now on, so it doesn't matter. I don't even want to bring up their name anymore. I brought up their name in the beginning of the live, but not any longer because she was in my chat, trolling basically. But I'm not gonna even give her any energy. Hold on a minute.
Hot chocolate.
Sorry, guys.
I'm the man. Avocado.
Thank you, sweet queen. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I try. You know, that's why I'm not really a drama channel. I just, been choosing to speak my mind, and some people just been seeing it the wrong way, you know, because I'm not supporting the people they support any longer. And I had something to say yesterday. So, they're just feeling a certain way. So, it's like creator A does something wrong and people say, that's disgusting. But then creator B does the same exact thing and people say, well, there must be a reason. Or did you reach out to them? Or, how they going to know how you feel if you didn't reach out to them? It's just ridiculous already. It's just the same shit, different cycle. Like I said, just different players of the game. And it's just ridiculous already, because people don't judge behavior, you know, they judge who they like, and that's it. Or who they don't like, basically. That's the only thing they do. They keep judging people that they don't like, and the people that they like and support, they see no wrong in them. And that's wild. At least be able to hold that person accountable, you know, tell them, this was wrong. I think this was wrong. I think, even though I know you're passionate about this subject, what you said was wrong. Or how you acted was wrong. How you treated somebody that supports you every single day is wrong just because they said something you didn't like. You know, it's okay to tell them how you feel. It should be okay, at least, I should say. It should be okay to, speak freely and then them respect you enough because you are a supporter, but not to downplay you, not to yell at you in front of, you could say basically thousands, because by the time that video, ends and people rewatch it and replay it and things like that, it's thousands of people that have seen the way that person treated you, you know? Or thousands of people that see people saying things about people that are not no longer even here on earth with us, and that's disgusting. Miguel, we got you. Thank you for being here. So sometimes it's us supporters that enable these behaviors as well, because we don't see anything, or we do see things that are wrong with it, because I've always used to see what was wrong, but I never spoke up. I never said anything, and I just kept going back to support, you know? So that is enabling, because especially if they're a content creator and they're looking for those views, those engagement, you're actually helping them, And the more that they see those numbers going higher and higher and higher, they're going to really think that their behavior is not wrong, and they're going to keep doing it because that's exactly what they want, to gain your engagement so they can get a bigger bag. So we do support, we do enable them. We have supported them, you know, but a lot of us have woken up and we don't want to be that way anymore, especially if we're trying to grow, certain things in real society. We don't want to be attached to anything negative like that. Imagine you start trying to do something out in the real world and have to be professional and things like that, and you're trying to make a deal and people look up your social media, or happen to run across you on social media. How is all this gonna look for brand deals, unless it's things that they don't care about? But if you're looking for brand deals, you think all this negative stuff and all this evil stuff, demonic stuff, is gonna get you any great brand deals, any great business deals on the outside, because nowadays people do look for your social media. When they know your government name, they look for you, and then they just, like I said, might be scrolling. If we start being more and more, on social media and trying to talk about different businesses, and then they'll see all that negative stuff, and you might lose some money because they're going to be like, no, I don't want to be attached to anything like this. And even if we are positive, they see the people we support not being positive, they're going to want nothing to do with us, and we might be losing a bag, you know what I'm saying, and an opportunity. And no, we don't want that. Hell no. you know because some of us got real goals, not just social media either. Even though social media is a great outlet to make a income, depending on your, channel, but not everybody sees this as the end all or be all, Some of us have different goals outside in the real world. Yeah, you never know who's watching. You really don't, you know? And that's why, I try to stay positive and things like that because you just never know. And on top of that, I'm a channel that I bring my son a lot on here. So how does that look? Me always in shit. And then I'm always bringing my 5-year old in here, Like, how does that look? Like, some people be like, okay, she's a good mother, but then look how messy and, whatever negative she's being, no, I don't want that, I want, if somebody's gonna come in here, that's gonna give me a brand deal for some clothes for Jackson or some clothes for me, or who knows, some workout stuff, workout clothes, whatever. I want them to be, actually want to provide me with an opportunity because of my positivity, not because of negativity. I'm not looking to audition for freaking Baddies Club or Love and Hip Hop or something like that. You know? Hey, Allison. How are you? So just people just need to learn that if they don't like something, just don't come to the person's channel any longer, Stay away from them. Learn how to hit that do not recommend and don't go looking for them. Even if somebody tells you that they were talking about you or that they posted something about you, we have to learn how to be, strong and just stay away from it because it's very easy to get drug back into that negativity. It's very easy, especially when they start talking about your family members or your friends. It's very easy, but you have to keep in mind that's exactly why they're doing it. That's what they want. They want you, and then you think that you're playing a mind game with them, but no, you both are playing mind games on each other. No one is better. You both are going back and forth. So at the end of the day, who's really winning here? Nobody. You know, the personal insults, the bringing up family, public humiliation, exposing, private conversations. We just seen it all. We've seen it all this past 3.5 years, and we're still seeing it till this day, which is so crazy, right? And the question always has been, when is it going to end? Would you tolerate that behavior from someone in your real life? Or are you really going to go back and forth with somebody in your real life? Or you're going to walk away and ignore them and realize that, you know what? It's better to just walk away sometimes, especially when you're older. When you're younger, fine. You probably want to fight them and you freaking be outside fighting and shit like that. But as adults, especially on social media, come on now. You can't do shit. It's not like you could go up to them, drag them, and be like, boop, boop, boop. No, you can't do shit. But yell like this in the into the camera. Or make videos or things like that. Come on now. Sorry, Allison. I know. See, people don't be. Some people don't even know what the hell's going on. But yeah, no, I'm just talking about how some people worship people, and it's just not worth it sometimes. So, Jackson, I told you that I need you to go over there until I'm finished, right? Jackson. So yeah. And I also said that I was gonna come on here every day. So it's day 3 that I'm trying. Is March. I'm trying to come on every day because I have goals for this channel that I'm trying to make. So, you know, yeah. So like I said, you can't go up to them. We can't grab anybody through the damn screen and beat them up. So what's the point? The only thing that people are gonna land up doing is going to damn court, and you can't beat up nobody in court either. So you're just gonna be wasting money and time and energy. Come on. Put that energy into something positive, to making money. You guys that make videos and all that, Sell that to other people, you know? Make videos for other people for profit. Grow your grow yourself, grow your skills, but not by going back and forth with people. Don't. It's just not worth it. And most of these people really don't deserve your energy. They really don't. You know? They really, really don't. Yes, what wasted energy. That's what I like to read the chat too, because if the chat is off the chain, I kind of feel the CC is off the chain too. I like to laugh or maybe some serious talks, but the drama I'm good on. Yeah. Yes, Des. It's some good content creators out here. And yep. And some people, when they, get their mind right and their content, together, you're right. They are some great content creators, but they're bringing themselves down by joining the mess, or being a part of the mess, you know? And they need to realize, especially if they want their channel to grow, that being in this, sector of going back and forth and drama and whatever is going to keep them in this sector. And how are you going to grow and, branch out of this sector if you keep going back and forth with the same people? I mean, it's not even the same exact people. Like I said, they're just switching. The players are just switching, but it's still part of the same community, the same sector. You know, you're never gonna branch out if you stay that way. Never. You know.
All right. I take it out. All right.
Hey. Thank you for joining, everybody. Please hit that like button. Hit that like button. So yeah. So people want to attack people when you don't feel a certain way, and that's what really prompted me to keep talking today. But I also, I'm not known for being messy and even talking about how I feel about everything going on. But I just felt like talking about it. And I don't think that's wrong, but I don't want my channel to be built on that, so I definitely won't keep it going. But when I want to, I will. And I don't care who comes under my comments, because the only thing that's going to start happening is that I'm actually going to hit the block button. Although I do have tough skin, and that's why I don't hit block, because I do have tough skin. They could come in here saying whatever they want, and I'm not gonna, let it get to me. I literally turn this off, and I just keep living life. Like, come on now. I'm not even gonna. I don't let their negativity get to me outside of here. Once I hit, once I hit the X, I'm out of here and life continues.
Chicken noises.
Pick that up and sit down. So, yeah, you know. Oh, la 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 la. Attacking anyone that they be attacking people that ask questions. I saw it in Ashley D's live. Was it yesterday? I forgot already. Was it yesterday? The day before yesterday? I don't even know anymore. I be lost. But anyway, she come live. She's saying how she feel, and people in her comments, some were supporting her still and saying positive things, but then there were people there being negative when all she was doing was saying how she felt. And that's her channel. That should be okay. And I definitely understood everything she said. Nothing she said was wrong, you know. I think I agreed with a lot of things she said, you know. But not everybody's gonna think that way, you know. And then the question always is, I can't see Cree. What is she saying?
There's no limit. A limit.
What is she saying?
Your create
I'm sorry.
create mode.
I could always check. Oh, hold on. I could always check it from my other channel.
Hold
Let's
on
see.
a
Maybe
minute.
something happened with this channel being in the what you call it?
If we were in here for the
Being in the
we'd be
saga
punished.
drama, you know?
Punished. We'd be
Oh, let me hold
punished.
on.
Uh, I'm sorry.
Let me hold on. Oh, okay, now I see you. I'm gonna have to check my settings. Sorry, Cree, but I'm watching your comments from my other channel now, so I can see you. But when I get off of here, I'll definitely check my settings to see what happened. Sorry, but hey, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. See, depending what you talk about, you start gaining different people that you never thought would join your chat. You know what I'm saying? And that's the part of moving on, you know? But like I said, anybody that ever put a person down and things like that, I don't think that, I don't know. For me, I don't think that I'll ever be able to be cool with somebody like that, you know, that put nudes out or put my personal information out, altered my children's pictures. Because this is what people need to realize, especially with Ashley D. Do people realize the person that hey Ryan Jackson, the person that they welcomed into their group now, or that they're supporting, or whatever you want to call it. And yes, they're adults. Yes, they could say, but do they realize that Ashley was feeling a certain way for a reason? Do you remember all the things that they did? Altering her son's pictures, um, talking about her sister that's no longer here. When it comes to things like that, it's just never, I could never go back to being cool with somebody like that did me that wrong. So I definitely felt her in that moment and how she was feeling, you know? And no, she did not do anything close to that messed up to me, but she did do a lot of stuff to people that I cared about, that I care about, you know? And that's just not okay. That's not okay, you know? And it'll never be okay. And that's why I never welcomed her, you know, like, I just never welcomed her. Like, even before I was in somebody's chat, and oh, you see, I'm not as bad as, you know, you think. And yes, I could never get close to, or let, you know, support her, because I see through her. But I understand why those two get along now, the ringleaders, because they're so much alike. They're so much alike. So of course they trying to get along now, because they're just so much alike, you know? Yes, I see. Thank you. No problem, Cree. Of course you're welcome. And yeah, I welcome anybody to my channel, as long as, you know, you're respectful and things like that. I've never had, like I said, I never had real beef with anybody, you know. I just supported a certain person that had beef with people, you know, but that person I supported didn't even really know I existed. So I don't give a damn, you know. And if I choose to support whoever I choose to support, it shouldn't be a problem, you know, because I wasn't one of the ones throwing those dollars and stuff like that all the time. So of course, you know, in their little fantasy world, I didn't exist. So whatever. And I chose to support who I choose to support, and I still support, and that's it. And no love lost, you know. No love lost, you know?
Ow, ow, ow.
I honestly did love some of the sisters over there, but that too. What can I do? That's life, you know? You know how many people in real life, you know how many people in real life I stopped talking to? So people on social media, I'm not gonna freaking dwell on it. I'm not gonna cry. It is what it is. And like I said, I might have lost 20, but I gained 100. You know what I'm saying? Literally. And I'm not even exaggerating. I might have freaking lost 20 people or 20 sisters or whatever, but I literally gained like 100 supporters.
Okay.
And out of those 100, like, there it is probably 20, real close people or even more, and I appreciate everybody. I appreciate all of you guys and all of you ladies, all everybody. I appreciate all of you. Yes, Sarah, YouTube been crazy. Yeah, YouTube been crazy. Yes, Des. Yes, and I appreciate you for still supporting. I appreciate you. I appreciate, Ashley still welcomed me in her chat yesterday. She acted like nothing, And that's the way it should be, especially when you haven't done anybody wrong, which I haven't done anybody wrong. I just chose to support who I support. And that's it. And we all moved on and we're looking for something better. We want something positive. We want to grow, in a different way. We want to get out of the messy section, you know, the messy sector, the messy community. We're ready to let that go, you know? Nothing nothing is holding us there. So we're ready to move on, but it sucks that even when people like break room, quiet and to herself, you know just living, she hasn't been, which I know she's going to be back on her channel again, but she hasn't been. And then for people to, be putting her names in certain chats and like that while she's minding her damn business, like, come on now. Like, even just come on now. People have shit going on that it doesn't have nothing to do with them. So, it's just time to move on. And I don't know how people want to continue dealing with that shit. Because that's it. It's draining. It's tiring. You know? So, people got to learn to grow and grow up. Yeah. It's just, so, yeah. But oh my goodness, I'm telling you, I could talk more, but I really don't even want to anymore. It's like so over. But there's one more thing. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is learning to let things go. Learning when to let things go. Because I think that's very important, learning to let things go. And that part, and this part might not be as messy, but it's real. At some point, you have to learn to let things go. Not everything or everyone deserves a response. Not every comment deserves a clap back. Not every, post deserves a repost or another post, answering what they're saying or replying to what they're saying. And definitely not every situation deserves a back and forth. Like, especially when that's exactly what they're looking for. You have to remember, when you're going back with certain people, you're actually helping them. You're helping their channel grow. You're helping their engagement. You're helping them get a bigger YouTube check that next month. And that's exactly what they want. And they want to get into your mental. And you could say they're not getting to you all you want. But if you wake up thinking about it, posting it, during the day, the same, thinking about it, posting at night, doing the same, posting it. They're in your brain. They're getting they're getting exactly what they want. No matter what you say about it. You could say that, you're good mentally and this and that, but if you keep on responding, you're not okay with it. And it's time to be okay with it. It's time to be okay to move on and let them freaking talk to themselves or let them talk to their supporters. But don't engage with them. Don't engage with them. That's exactly what they want. One Jackson, what I have to make this kid hot chocolate. So I'm just gonna say this little part and then I'm gonna get off and get ready for tomorrow. But one person goes live, then the other person responds, then somebody clips it, then somebody shares it, then somebody DMs it, then somebody else reacts to it. Supporters are commenting in the comments, and it's just back and forth. The person supporters are commenting, the person that they're posting about supporters are posting. Then it's back and forth. In that,
say goodbye to everybody.
He's telling me to say goodbye to everybody. You hear him? Hey, Dr. Ninja Turtle. Here, he wants to say hi.
Hi. Hi, Ninja Turtle.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
All right, go over there for a minute. All right, go over there for a minute.
Where to?
So yeah. So then, then everybody reacts, then somebody then another live happens, and before you know it, it's a cycle. It's a damn cycle. And what does that cycle actually solve? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Nothing. It just expands, it keeps going, and then different people start talking about it. And like I said, not only are you helping, each other with the engagement, now you're helping others because now they're also making lives and making jokes about you and making money for their channel. So it's just an ongoing thing in certain sectors. It doesn't heal anything. It doesn't fix anything. It's just a never ending cycle. And me for one, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. And I'm so glad that, the people close to me are done with it too. You know? And as much as you say, this person deserves this, or this person, you know, is needy, or this person is evil, most of the people that I support, they haven't been on this, social media, this red app lately, doing anything. You know what I'm saying? They are living their life and not even feeding into any of all this bullshit. And if their name is brought up, yes, they have a right that if they choose to want to say a little something about it, that's okay. But what I realize is that once people stop supporting, they don't see anything. They don't see the person's growth, you know? And I definitely see so much growth in a lot of people. And I'm so proud of them, especially, even one of them is like Break Room. I'm proud of her growth. Usually she'll be out here. The other day she did a little reaction to hearing her name. Was she rude? Was she anything? Did she roast? She didn't do shit but say how she feel and then got off. You know? That's growth. But people don't want to talk about people's growth once they stop supporting them. And another one, Fee, has been growing too. You know? They want to say, I know, a lot of shit happened, especially like if you were in it, and you heard a lot of shit. But Fee is growing as well. She's trying to stay out of the negative stuff, so I give her props too. But, once you stop supporting, you're not supposed to be able to see anything good in anybody any longer. Like, you can't just be honest. Like, wow, that even though I don't support that person has grown, you know? But whatever, you know? But let's be honest about this back and forth shit. It's just childish. At some point, the back and forth, stops looking like, trying to stand up for yourself or accountability. It just starts looking childish, you know? Especially when it goes on for days and weeks and months. And the way this been for years, literal years. And not the literally like everybody says literally, and it's really not literally. This has been going on literally for years. Just different players at different times going against each other, you know? Hey Ace, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you guys, thank you guys. I think I'm at 30 likes, right? Thank you guys. I appreciate it. If you would like to donate to my channel, I greatly appreciate it. If you think what I've been saying has been good, please don't think about donating to my channel because I am not monetized. So any donations, oh my goodness, this doesn't want to stay on my face now. Anyway, I'm just gonna talk because I'm about to end it anyway. But people start forgetting what the original issue was. They start talking about people's children. They start talking about their dead loved ones, and that's not okay. That doesn't make you a real woman or a real man, and that doesn't make you any better than the other person, especially if you're going back and forth. This person talks about your you know, aunt. You go back and talk about their daughter. Then they talk about your mother. Then you talk about their father. And it's just a never ending cycle. A never ending cycle. And that's it. It's over, guys. It's time to move on. It's really just time to move on. I know, Dr. Ninja Turtle. That's not your cup of tea. For a long time, that was my cup of tea, my cup of coffee, my my everything. You know what I'm saying? But there comes a time when enough is enough. And you want to, and I also, and I'm sure others do too, the people that you love and care about, you want to see them grow in a different positive way. And this negative shit is just holding them back. And we're tired of that. We don't want to see somebody that we know has so much potential, you know, be at a standstill because they're choosing to be petty or just choosing to react. Enough is enough. Let, whoever wants to be negative be in their own little world and let them be negative on their own. You know what I'm saying? Because we got better things to do. We got better fish to fry. Shit. We got money to make. We got places to go, people to see, people to help in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a type of person and I have a lot of people close to me that it's not only about us either. We actually want to help others, you know? We want to help others. We have goals. We, of course, want to grow ourselves and, become better ourselves. But we also are givers and we want to see others grow. And if there's anything we can do to make that better, we're working on it, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So constant conflict just drains energy, and the drama just attracts drama. Drama literally just attracts drama. And who wants that? When people responding to every little thing, it builds tension. And you guys, even within your friendships, you have to remember that if there's a certain amount of people that are choosing, that want to change and choosing to go a different route, and then you continue to be kind of negative and things like that, that could cause tension. And if you actually want to be transparent with with your people, with your family, you shouldn't do anything to, hinder that, because we want to be able to speak freely, but we also don't want to make you feel a certain way or hurt your feelings. Um, but it's time also to be able to hold people accountable for things that we see wrong in them. And I think real friends and real sisters, supporters, they will be okay with the constructive criticism. So this is for everybody, not just for the other, they know who they are. It's not only for you. It's for my people, it's for your people, it's for different communities, it's for everyone. So when people think I'm really talking about just certain people, no, I'm talking about everybody, because it happens everywhere. Nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect, you know? And then it keeps escalating and escalating and escalating. And who wants that, and who has time for that? You know? So it's time for everybody to, you know, stop being drained from all this negativity. Continue on in your life. Do things to grow. Some you feeding into this negativity is just making more negativity, and it's just never gonna stop. And you think that you supporting the person, and you know, just supporting the person that's being negative and things like that. And the only thing you're doing is actually stopping their growth as well, because then they're going to continue with that, because they see people keep coming back to that. Like, even if they try to talk about something different and then they have less people there, of course they're going to go back to the drama, because that's where the numbers are at. So like I said before, you're basically enabling them. You are enabling them. So if you really care about your people, you would stop, feeding into that negativity, so they can actually grow. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate everybody. All my sisters. I have so many sisters now. I really love it. I feel like I have a big family now, when I usually have a little family. But because of you guys, I have a huge family. And you don't know how much, that means to me. I really love you guys. Yes, free thinking. That's my Cash App. But yes, I really, really appreciate it. So if you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching. Sorry, Jackson doesn't know how to be quiet in the background. But he loves you guys too. He loves you guys too. Yeah, so please make sure you are hitting that like button, double tap the screen, subscribe. I really, like I said, I appreciate you. I'm grateful for you, and thank you for rocking with me, and thank you for watching me grow and helping me grow. you know but I will catch you on the next one, everyone. I want to make my own pool now in summer in Minecraft.